actually very tricky, you know, the space we are trying to tread. Because you can't point your finger on a single existing genre or a style.
That's an interesting point. We should talk about that.
Yeah, I want to talk about it because
we call it the ... feeling. ... That's the
No
feeling.
conclusion.
No conclusion. ...
It's been quite great for us because we've been able to present a kind of paint a picture that we always wanted to show with our quartet, which is our full band for guitar, bass, drums and voice. We've been able to present a kind of image that we have been talking about.
We would have to really thank my grandfather, K. Panalalji, who composed a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
In the 60s and the 70s, which never made it to public, you know, because most of our compositions, even if they are not made by him, are somehow influenced by him in the bass composition at least. So yeah, a lot of material is actually
the revival of
his revival.
Stuff he had composed and which was recorded in a Baithak or something like that, and which Namit has heard and he's gotten affected and he has shared with me and I've gotten affected with. So it's an energy flow that's quite amazing. We are trying to not mess with the vision of the original piece as much as possible. If it's a written piece about a certain feeling, we're not going to turn it on its head just because we have a fancy arrangement for it. It's funky, jazzy. Definitely that's not the approach. The feeling is the approach. People feel it in a way that they were like, oh yeah, this is what it's about. I felt something. Let me go home and look for more stuff like that. And that is something that we want people to take back from our shows.
All the stuff that we are singing is presented in a new envelope, and also it's relevant, and that's why it will affect people at any given point of time.
A lot of times we play at bars and stuff like which have other recorded music playing, or if there is a big outdoor show and there's somebody just finished, it's very difficult to get down into this spacey ambient zone, and for the audience it's not easy. So normally now what I've started doing in the recent gigs is just make a guitar loop, which is a very ambient, spacey, reverbed loop that kind of gives you a slightly calming feeling where people just stop and it's involving in a way. So you start listening that has the band started or are they yet to come on, what's going on kind of thing. So we start with something like that which kind of neutralizes the audience, I think. It kind of cleans the slate to whatever has happened, and then we develop ours, like we've got a set flow. How we take them through the stories of nostalgia and our interpretations of artists.
Recently we've been performing in very interesting spaces, and the Great Eastern Mill would be another interesting space that we would be trying to conquer.
Explore, yeah, and it's perfect. It's perfect, I think. These kind of places are perfect.
The best reaction that I have got out of this show and this project is when we played at Tamasha Studio. And Sunil was sitting there and with an audience of whatever 30-35 people, and they all enjoyed it thoroughly. After the show I went up to Sunil and I said, I respect his words so much, you know, and I asked him, I said, so how was it? He looked at me and he said, it's freaky.
Nice.
He said, it's freaky.
That's a killer. That's my favorite one now.
I said, this is a good reaction.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that he did not make it emotional. I'm really happy that, you know,
yeah.
He just said it's freaky, man. It's really freaky.
So I like that kind of reaction where people kind of address what's going on, the chemistry that's going on. It's the best feedback, where they talk about chemistry, where they talk about experience. I felt something in this song and all that stuff. Those are the best. I can't pinpoint again, but yeah. Another criticism which I've received is, why don't you guys write happy songs? Don't be so depressed, be a little alive. I said, okay. I mean, that time we had not even played many shows. And I thought about, like, no, we should have a sound. Maybe in the subtlety, you should find the happiness and the sadness and all that stuff. But overall, we cannot just start picking up ukulele and like shakers and be happy. And the next moment, we have a drone, like 9 Inch Nails, and be sad.
Gavadani sani da bagare nini sa. उड़ जाएगा हंस अकेला अकेला रे जग दर्शन का मेला उड़ जाएगा हंस अकेला अकेला रे जग दर्शन का मेला ना जानू किधर गिरेगा ना जानू किधर गिरेगा लग्या पवन का लग्या पवन का रेला उड़ जाएगा हंस अकेला अकेला रे जग दर्शन का मेला जैसे पात गिरे तरुबर की जैसे पात गिरे तरुबर की मिलना बहुत दुहेला उड़ जाएगा हंस अकेला अकेला रे जग दर्शन का मेला जग दर्शन का मेला जग दर्शन का मेला music for a lot of people works in terms of memory and what they experienced when they heard this song or when they heard this song 20 years back and what happened to them. It takes them back to that time and that's what they enjoy in that performance. Here all the songs are originals. We are also being very unkind to the audience in the sense, saying that you have to listen to us and you have to listen to it very closely to get a feel of it.